The defending world champion San Francisco 49ers, the team from the Bay down here in New Orleans to take on John and the Baltimore Colts. This could be Unitas' last run. We're here at Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. The NFC has won 4 of the previous 5 Super Bowls, and there comes Brody leading the 49ers out. Welcome to Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. Can the 49ers repeat? Led by Coach Dick Nolan against Don McCaffrey and the Baltimore Colts. And there he is, John Unitas, the captain, leading the Colts out. Again, many speculate that this might be Unitas' last big run with the Colts. There's Dick Nolan. Won the Super Bowl last year, led the 49ers back with a 9-5 record. And there is Don McCaffrey. The Colts were so close last year, losing to the Raiders in the AFC title game. Of course, over his career, Unitas has won 2 NFL championships and been a part of the chance to win a couple more, losing in '64 to the Browns and in '68 to the Browns. Here comes Unitas out for the coin toss. There's Frank Nunley, captain of the 49ers. Mike Curtis, the middle linebacker for the Colts, is out there with Unitas. Brody's out there. Looks like the 49ers have won the toss. Brody's clapping. We are going to get underway here with the 49ers. It appears that they are going to receive the kick. Lonnie Hepburn getting the Colts fired up for this game. Vic Washington, the rookie running back out of Wyoming, taking over the starting role, both kick returning and running back for the 49ers this year, supplanting Cunningham from that job, Doug Cunningham. Jimmy O'Brien lines up to kick off. Doesn't get any bigger than this, folks. The 6th annual NFL World Championship, the Super Bowl. And there's the kick from O'Brien. It is going to send Washington back to about his 2. He comes out past the 20, and he is going to be hit and dropped by number 35, Larry Schreiber, a backup running back for the Colts, after a 21-yard return by leads the 49ers out. John Brody in his 14th season out of Stanford. Bubba Smith and the Colts lining up. That Colt defense, many suspect that they're going to struggle in this game. The secondary is not as good as they've been in the past. When you go to the offense, the Colts riddled with injuries as John Mackey, Tom Nowitzki, and Tom Addy are all out. Brody starts in the shotgun from the 25. He hands off to Washington, and he is going to be met and dropped by the Stork, Ted Hendricks. No picking or losing a yard. Washington had nowhere to go as both Hilton and Ted Hendricks, the second-year man out of Miami, Florida. Brody in the shotgun now, 2nd and 11 from the 24. Brody hands off to Washington again. He makes a spin and he gets by. He gets to the a couple yards before Roy Hilton makes the tackle. The Jackson State veteran. Here's a look at the starting offensive line. Forrest Blue anchors the line in the middle. First, we can't talk about the 49ers without talking about Gene Washington, number 18, the star receiver. Last year in the Super Bowl, the 49ers completely shut out the Raiders. Can they do the same to the Colts this year? Brody in the shotgun once again. Brody back to pass. Throws over the middle. It's caught by Washington. He is definitely a big part of their game plan today as he picks up the first down before being tackled by number 25, Tom Curtis. No relation to Mike Curtis, the nickelback. And the 49ers keep the drive alive. Super Bowl 6. The Super Bowl has gotten bigger and bigger every year. from the 37. Brody takes a snap. Hands it off. This time it is going to be number 35. Larry Schreiber on the carry. I miscalled the Colts 35. Jim Duncan earlier as Larry Schreiber. Schreiber is a 49er. He is a rookie running back out of Tennessee Tech. Drafted in the 10th round, the 243rd pick overall in 1970, but did not play, and therefore his rookie season this year. From the shotgun, they're in Colts territory. This time the handoff is to Schreiber once again. Not sure why Washington's not in there all of a sudden, but Schreiber is now getting the bulk of the carries last couple plays. Look at the Colts defense. Bubba Smith, the big left end. Roy Hilton. Look at the linebackers. Mike Curtis, the captain, leading the middle of the way. And then the secondary, Rick Volk and Jerry Logan are ball hawks in the secondary. Volk with a couple interceptions against the Browns in the playoff game, not to mention 3 against the Dolphins, including a 62-yarder that he took all the way to the house. 2nd and 8 from the 47. Brody living in the shotgun. Schreiber next to him. He's got 3 receivers to the left. This time it's a fake. Brody back to pass. He's being chased. He throws on the run. It is caught. They're going to call it incomplete, out of bounds, as number 17, John Eisenberger, was the intended receiver, but he could not stay in bounds. Second, 3rd down and 8 now. Looking at Ted Kwolek, the tight end. He's in this. He's short split out. Brody back to pass. Under pressure, he's got Eisenberger this time over the middle and picks up the first down with a 10-yard pickup. It'll be, the 49ers will continue to move the ball. Brody is quickly becoming a Super Bowl all-star with his completions on 3rd down in Super Bowl 5 and now this year in Super Bowl 6. The 49ers went 9-5 in the regular season this year. Had to go on the road. They beat the Redskins at home in the divisional playoffs and had to go on the road to defeat the Cowboys in the NFC title game to get to this point. Here's a handoff. Nope, it's a fake handoff as Washington's back in there. Brody throws her, catches it. It is a first down for the 49ers at the 24-yard line. He is picking apart that Colt secondary. Mike Curtis saying that was his fault. Let's see on the replay, Eisenberger on the comeback, and he is able to get both feet down and stay in bounds. That's good footwork there by Eisenberger in his 2nd year out of Indiana University. From the 24, right over the Super Bowl 6 logo. Brody in the shotgun where he's been all afternoon. Back to pass now. Bubba Paris giving chase. Ted Hendricks out there. And they're going to call it an incomplete pass as the Stork gave him a shot on the play. Good secondary coverage. There was nobody open as Rick Volk and the secondary had their men on lockdown. There's a look at Jerry Logan, the other safety. This is going to be 2nd down now. Brody in the shotgun once again. Here's the handoff to Washington. Picks up 2 before being tackled by George Wright and Ted Hendricks. Actually, it looked like Hendricks made the tackle by himself. Wright just piled on afterwards. Wright, Hendricks fighting off the block of number 76, Glenn Rohde. 3rd down and 8 now from the 22. Brody in the shotgun. He's got Washington in the backfield with him. Back to pass. Throws. It is caught. It is caught by number 22, Vic Washington, and they have now got a 1st and goal. Rick Volk has to come up to make the tackle. And they're down to the 2, looks like maybe the 3-yard line. This 49ers, they've controlled the ball for the entire first quarter as we are now down under a minute to go. Brody in the huddle. The Stanford Cardinal leads him up. Played his entire career by the Bay. And there is a flag down. Let's see what the call is. False start on number 76. That again is Len Rhodey, the 11th-year player out of Utah State. Brody was drafted by the 49ers in 1957. He started out that year where they went to gave up the big comeback to the Lions in the divisional playoff game, and Detroit would go on to win the Super Bowl. Y.A. Tittle was the 49er quarterback back then. Brody in the shotgun. Here's a handoff. Schreiber right up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown. There was a gaping hole in the middle of the Colts defense, and the 49ers have taken the first attack here in Super Bowl VI. There he was untouched until he got in the end zone. Perfect blocking. Larry Schreiber, the second string running back, as the 49ers have a game plan of alternating backs between Schreiber and Washington, evidently. Dick Nolan congratulating Schreiber, the rookie, on his Super Bowl touchdown. Now Bruce Gossett will attempt to make it 7-0. And now the master, John Unitas, will get the ball with 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. And the big question is can the 15th-year man, a Pittsburgh Steelers draft pick back in 1955, but he never played for the Steelers, can Unitas get the ball and take it down the field and score? There's a look at Don McCaffrey, the head coach of the Baltimore Colts, taking over for Don Shula when he went down to Miami. The Colts defeating the Dolphins in the AFC title game. The kickoff team huddled up. Number 30, Bruce Gossett, tees the ball up. Back to return the punt is Charlie Pittman, the rookie out of Penn State. Nope, second-year player, sorry, drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals. It is taken by Pittman. He breaks the tackle. He's still going. And he is going to be into 49er territory. Charlie Pittman, the second-year player out of Penn State, coached by Joe Paterno, comes to the NFL and wears the blue and white of the Colts. John Unitas, 15th year playing in the National Football League, a two-time NFL championship game winner in 58 and 59. He's won multiple MVPs. He's taken the Colts to the NFL title in 64 and 1970 and 71 in the AFC championships. And here he is in the Super Bowl. "38 years old. Under center. And there is the fake. Play action. Unitas throws and is going to be only about a pickup of one, as Don Nottingham, number 48 on the reception, the fullback. Nottingham, the rookie out of Kent State. Unitas was under pressure. He had to get the ball away, and there was excellent coverage out there in the flat. Linebacker Dave Wilcox. Unitas now in the rifle. And that is the end of the first, with the 49ers leading the Super Bowl over the Colts 7-0. I'm Vinny Vincent. Welcome back to Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. The call of Super Bowl VI. Second down and 10 for the Colts. Unitas in the huddle. Meanwhile, Frank Nunley has the 49ers huddled up. Both teams break and to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. Unitas under center. There is the fake, play action fake. Under pressure, he's going to throw over the middle. It is caught. It is caught by Ray Perkins. He breaks one tackle and gets down to the 25. That is a pickup of 23 yards down to the 27-yard line. Ray Perkins in his 4th year out of Alabama. He played for Bear Bryant in college. Catches the ball, breaks the tackle, and is able to move on. McCaffrey sends the play in. Unitas has the Colts in the huddle. The Baltimore Colts. Coming up now at the 27. Have not won the NFL title since 1959. 12 years. Unitas back to pass. Throws. It is caught. There is a flag down. It is caught by Eddie Hinton, the Oklahoma Sooner, in his 2nd year. And there's going to be holding on the Colts. It is on John Williams.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
The big right guard at the University of Minnesota in his 3rd year called for the hold, and the Colts are backed up to the 37 now. It is 1st and 20 for the master, John Unitas, the old man. You know, going into the conference championships, you had the old-timers, Brody Unitas, or the younger guys in Staubach and Bagrizi, and seniority won out this year. It is a handoff to Don McCauley, and he's going to lose a yard as there is a swarm of 49er tacklers led by Frank Nunley, number 57. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 21 at the 38. This is what the Raiders, or the 49ers, did to the Raiders last year. The Raiders could move the ball a little, but then when they got into 49er territory, the defense just locked it down. And they didn't score a point. The 49ers were victorious in Super Bowl V down in Miami, looking to do so again. Unitas in the shotgun. The old Louisville Cardinal. There's the handoff to number 23, Don McCauley, the rookie running back out of North Carolina, taking over for the injured Tom Nowatzki and Tom Matty. 3rd down and 17 now from the 33. Unitas in the shotgun. They've got to get the ball to the 17-yard line. Unitas has time. Nobody is open. Still has time. He throws finally to a streaking Eddie Hinton. Eddie Hinton to the 12. 1st down for the Baltimore Colts. Eddie Hinton broke free and gets the reception for 21 yards. Unitas had all kinds of time as Bill Curry finally, when big number 74, Earl Edwards, broke free, Unitas was able to find Hinton streaking down from the flat and picks up the 1st down. It is now 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Colts looking to tie up the Super Bowl. From the 12. They're calling it the 13. It's just outside the 12. Unitas with an empty backfield. Back to pass. Throws. It is caught by number 88, John Mackey. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter if you're injured. It's the Super Bowl. You're going to get in there and play, and Mackey makes a catch in the Super Bowl. We didn't think he was going to play today with that injury, but lo and behold, he is in there. He did have one... Did play some in the AFC title game too. Oh no, and big number 71 jumps early for the Colts. That's Dan Sullivan, the 9th-year player out of Boston College. A little anxious to try to get the Colts into the end zone. It is going to bring up a 2nd down and goal now from the 6. No, correction, 2nd down and 6. The Colts can get a 1st down. They're on the 8-yard line. Let's see what the Colts do coming out of the huddle. Unitas is in the shotgun. He's got McCauley back there with him. Unitas calling an audible. It is going to be a handoff to McCauley, and he is going to be yanked down. There is just nothing doing. It's number 95, Wells, in the backfield to make the tackle. George Wells, the rookie linebacker out of New Mexico State, added to the roster for this Super Bowl, finds a way to get some playing time. He was drafted late, did not make the team, However, for the Super Bowl, they add a few players. Wells gets called, and he's in the backfield to make a tackle. 2 minutes to go. Well, this has been a pretty ball-controlled Super Bowl. Both teams only had one drive, and we've got 2 minutes to go. Just inside the 12. 3rd down and 9. Unitas in the shotgun. He's got 5 receivers. Throws over the middle to Sam Haverlack. And he is not going to get a first down, but the Colts call a timeout. Sam Haverlack, the second-year player out of Bucknell. And what are the Colts get? The Colts get the ball to start the second half. So they bring in Jimmy O'Brien here. And then if they can hold the 49ers, they do get the ball back. And yes, that is what they're going to do. Jimmy O'Brien, the second-year man, out of Cincinnati. He is in to kick what will be about a 23-yard field goal. 24, depending on the spot. No, okay. Earl Morrow will put the ball down. It is going to be a 22-yard attempt. There's the kick. It is good, so there will not be a shutout in this year's Super Bowl. Jimmy O'Brien. Now, though, the 49ers will get the ball back with 1:52 to go before the half. Knowing that the Colts get the ball, you got to wonder, are they going to come out and try and score? Or they're going to run the clock out and go into half with a 7-3 lead. O'Brien will kick off. Vic Washington back to return a kick. He was a big part of the opening drive, but did not score the touchdown. That was Larry Schreiber. The kick is in the air. Washington from the 2. And he is over the 30. Actually, that was Bruce Taylor on the return, not Washington. So now the Colts defense have got to try and figure out that passing attack by John Brody and not leave such gaping holes that they did for the draw play. The 49ers, everything went their way on that opening drive. From the 33, Brody in the shotgun. 49ers invented the shotgun in the 50s. Eddie Hinton over the line, but he gets back. There's a handoff to Washington. He can't get any running room, though, as number 51, Bill Lasky, who is playing in his 4th straight Super Bowl. He was a member of the Oakland Raiders, played in Super Bowls 3, 4, and 5. How about that for Lasky? He gets traded to the Colts this year and finds himself back in the Super Bowl and makes a big tackle on first down. Second down 11 from the 32. Brody's in the shotgun. He's got Washington next to him. 3 receivers to the left. 1 split out wide to the right. Back to pass. Got a free rush. It's a screen. And he is going to be yanked down about the 40-yard line by number 32, Mike Curtis. Bubba Smith had a free rush at Brody, and there's a timeout called by the 49ers. That is their second charge timeout. They have 1 remaining, as they were the ones that called the timeout earlier. It'll be 3rd down and 4, with 1:01 to go in the first half. Brody and the 49ers taking their time in the huddle. They're on the 39-yard line.
see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
Brody still in the shotgun. Brody back to pass. He steps up, throws it over the middle. Oh, what a tackle! That is a heck of a tackle made to keep the 49ers from getting the first down. The Colts call a timeout. Washington on the reception, but he did not pick up the 3 yards needed. He was short, and it will be 4th down.
All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out of the field for the defense.
Jim McCann will come on to punt now for the 49ers. The rookie punter, as they finally gave Steve Spurrier a break. No, McCann. Yep, that's Brody with his helmet off. Steve Spurrier is only the backup quarterback now. He was doing both the punting and backup quarterback last year. They draft McCann out of Arizona State in the 8th round, and he will get a punt in the Super Bowl. The punt's away. It is going to go in, bounce at the 1, the 2. Oh, the referee blew the whistle before it was kicked into the end zone. They're going to call it down. We said the ball stopped moving, and they blew the whistle. So, well, now what do the Colts do? They're getting the ball back. Do they try and pick up some yards? Do they just try and get the ball out of the end zone? They're on the 1 yard line. They have 2 timeouts. Not likely they can go 99 yards in 48 seconds, but it is John Unitas, and remember what he did in 58 against the Giants. The Colts were 10-4 this year, so they are going to see what they do. They got one backfield. Unitas, he is going to hand off. That is a handoff to McCauley. He's going to pick up a couple, but then the Colts call timeout. That's the kind of thing that doesn't make sense to me. If you're going to call timeout, why were you just running a simple trap play? A buck right into the line. Why didn't you try and get some yards? Nick Nolan pacing back and forth. He knows that their lead is not a big one. 7-3 is not going to win this game. They're going to need to get more points on the board. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 3 yard line. Unitas perhaps giving them a couple plays so they can go no huddle. Unitas, he's going to be, no, he's coming up under center. McCauley's in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. And once again, they give it to McCauley. And they look like they're going to be content now just to run the clock out and get into halftime. McCauley picks up 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Not sure that the Colts even need to snap this ball. Unitas, he hands off to McCauley. He's going to break it. He stutter stepped. Looked like he could have had some more yards, but he kind of took his time. And we reach the halftime with the San Francisco 49ers leading the Baltimore Colts 7-3. We're going to send it now down to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Thanks, Vinny.
So that'll do it from here in Orlando. The second half of Super Bowl 51 still to come as we rejoin Brandon Charles in Houston.
Both teams are back on the field now for the second half. The Colts are going to get the ball first. The 49ers lead 7-3. There's a look at Unitas talking with his center, Bill Curry, on the sidelines. Bruce Goslick gets the ball, and he will tee it up now. Bruce Bruce Gossett, who played for 4 colleges, kicked for 4 colleges, Ferrum, Clarion, Duquesne, and finally Richmond, kicks off the ball to start the 3rd quarter in the Super Bowl. It was taken by Pittman. Charlie Pittman in the end zone. He gets up to the 17. A little better starting field position than right at the end of the first half, but still not ideal. If he'd stayed in the end zone, they would have got the ball at the 25. Unitas brings the Colts to the line now. Can the master pull off this comeback? Here's the handoff to McCauley. He's got some room, but he runs right into... See, this is where you wish Nowatzki was in the ball game. McCauley had a hole, and he ran right into the defender, Mel Phillips, and he didn't follow his block. And they gained nothing. 2nd down and 10. Unitas in the pistol formation now. He's going to give it to McCauley on the draw. McCauley picks up a few yards this time. Gets over the 20-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down. This time he hit the hole the way he's supposed to. Jimmy Johnson on the tackle. Third down and 4 from the 22. United from the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff again to McCauley, and this time he is going to get over for the 1st down. Well, after the 1st down play, I didn't think McCauley even belonged in the game. I thought maybe they ought to bring in Don Nottingham. But Unitas keeps going back to him, and this time he is able to run over Dave Wilcox, the 49er Pro Bowler, and get the 1st down, and the Colts continue the drive now. From the 29, Unitas calmly brings the Colts to the line of scrimmage. There is never any rush in Unitas' get up. He is always calm. Play fake this time. Throwing over the middle. It is caught by number 27, Ray Perkins, and a big 1st down to the 46, a 17-yard pickup. And that is the 2nd time he's found Perkins deep over the middle. Unitas just standing in the backfield, no pressure. Finds Perkins and is able to get the completion and the 1st down. Unitas may be calm, but Don McCaffrey on the sidelines looked like he was sweating. It's hot down here in New Orleans. From the 46, Unitas comes up under center. He's got an offset I formation behind him with Nottingham and McCauley in the backfield. Unitas back to pass. Throws over the middle. It is caught by number 84, Tom Mitchell, the 5th-year tight end out of Bucknell. And Unitas is 7 for 7, 102 yards in this Super Bowl. The ball is yet to hit the ground. Mitchell almost fumbled that ball, but he's able to hold on. And they are down to the 49er 28-yard line. Unitas brings the Colts up to the line. Undershot to the center. Here's the handoff to McCauley, and he is going to be met in the backfield by number 52, Skip Vanderbrunt. And they're going to lose yards on that play. Vanderbrunt with his 1st tackle. McCauley struggling in this game to get any real running room. 2nd down, 11 from the 29-yard line. Unitas in the shotgun. He fakes the handoff to Charlie Pittman. He throws into the end zone. Touchdown, Colts! Ray Perkins on the touchdown. Unitas continues his perfect streak, and the Colts have taken the lead. The master, John Unitas, and the Baltimore Colts are now up in the Super Bowl. Unitas fired it in there. Perkins leaps into the air over Bruce Taylor. And look at this. Taylor had a chance to knock it away, but Perkins just holds on for the touchdown. And now Perkins is fired up. O'Brien to kick the extra point. And the Colts now have a 10-7 lead in Super Bowl VI. Now it'll be up to the Colt defense to get back out there and try and stop John Brody and the 49ers. Just like the 49ers in the opening drive of the first half, went right down and scored their touchdown. And Larry Schreiber carried it in from 17. Unitas takes the Colts on the opening drive, and he finds Ray Perkins from 29 yards out, and it's a touchdown, and the Colts have the lead. Vic Washington now back to receive, as O'Brien will kick it off. It's going to be a short kick. It's taken by Washington. Spin move. Gets past the first man, but he is then hogtied and ripped down by Mike Curtis and the Colts defense. Right before the half, the 49ers tried to get the ball, but went 3 and out as they were stuffed on a third down pass where Washington did not gain enough yards on his pass route before he caught the ball, and they had to turn it back over the Colts. Brody now in the shotgun, and there is movement up front, and it looks like the 49ers moved early, and they're going to be backed up. Number 79, Kaz Benazik, the third-year man out of Northwestern, 11th overall pick in 1967. So it'll be first down and 15 from their own 22 as Brody leads the 49ers up. Brody has taken every snap in this Super Bowl from the shotgun. 49ers running a futuristic offense. Brody, he is, oh my goodness, Rick Volk. Rick Volk on the safety blitz. Brody turned around to try and run when he saw nobody was open, and he ran smack into Volk coming off the corner. Volk, who was the star of the AFC Championship, is putting a bid in to be the star of the Super Bowl. What a tackle. Brody goes down. One must wonder if Steve Spurrier is ready in case Brody cannot continue. Brody's still in there. It'll be second down and 23 from the 14-yard line. That was the right play call at the right time for the Baltimore Colts. Brody back to pass now. He's going to throw into the flat. It is caught by Ted Kwolek. And there is the other Curtis, Tom Curtis, on the tackle. Tom Curtis, the Michigan Wolverine. His 14th round draft pick in 1970. From the 15, that was a pickup of 1, 3rd and 21 now. Brody from the shotgun. 31 seconds left in the third. Brody back to pass. He steps up. It is complete. Washington makes one man miss. Cannot get away from the second guy, Mike Curtis. That is his 5th reception here. 50 yards receiving. But again, on third down, he does not get the first down. And Jim McCann will come back in to punt.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
That is the end of the third quarter. We are 15 minutes, or 5 computer minutes away from the end of Super Bowl VI. And a new champion being crowned. We are back here in New Orleans, Tulane Stadium. The weather's been perfect today. Lots of camera flashes going off. Tulane Stadium, much bigger than it actually looks in real life. Home of the Green Wave. And to begin the fourth, McCann will punt from his own 11.
Gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
A long punt. Sends Volk all the way back to the 21. Volk is able to get up to the 39 before he is tackled by Jim Snidecki. And Unitas comes back in. There's his favorite receiver today, Ray Perkins. 3 big catches, including the big 29-yard touchdown on the last drive that gave the Colts the lead. And now you got to wonder if McCauley is going to become a big part of this drive. Unitas calls his own plays. And in his 15th year, he knows how to win a championship. He's done it twice before. Unitas under center from the 40. Back to pass. Throws over the middle. He continues to remain perfect as he finds Tom Mitchell again. Unitas is 9 for 9, 144 yards and a touchdown. And the 49ers have allowed a total of 164 yards, much more than they allowed to the Raiders last year. It'll be 1st and 10 as the Colts move in the 49er territory. Unitas in the pistol formation on the NFL logo. And there's the handoff. Nope, it's a fake. Unitas back to pass. Thrown over the middle. And that is the first drop. This time Ray Perkins cannot hold on to the jump and catch. And Unitas' perfect game is no more. They're going for it, though. They want to put more points on the board. They know that a 10-7 lead with John Brody on the other sideline is not good enough. Unitas under center. 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. Here's the give to McCauley. He breaks the tackle. And he will be tackled by Frank Nunley as he gets to the 40-yard line. McCauley now has 11 rushes for 26 yards. 3rd down and 4 for the Colts. They converted on 3rd down on their last drive a couple times. Of course, the big one was the touchdown. The other one was the pass to Eddie Hinton down the sideline. Unitas back to pass. And it is caught. John Mackey, the big Pro Bowler, former Pro Bowler out of Syracuse, is able to break the tackle attempt by Rosie Taylor, and is finally brought down by Bruce Taylor. So one Taylor couldn't bring Mackey down. It took a second Taylor to do it. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in Super Bowl 6. The Colts have a 10-7 lead. Unitas brings them up. 5 seconds on the play clock. Unitas gives to McCauley, and he is going to be met in the backfield, and he is tackled by number 53, Tommy Hart. The 49ers, though, they are starting to hang their heads. They need to get a play. They need to get a turnover. There has been none in this game so far. Unitas is 9 of 10 passing, including a touchdown. Making a serious bid for MVP. Unitas back to pass. Throws over the middle. It is going to be caught by Tom Mitchell, the big tight end. That'll bring up a 3rd down. Mitchell was an Oakland Raider draft pick in 1966. He, however, did not make the Raiders team. He's not played in the Super Bowl before. This is his first. Unitas comes to the sideline to confer with McCaffrey what to do on this big 3rd down.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
From the 25, 3rd down and 4. Unitas under center. Going to give on the scissors play to McCauley, and McCauley picks up the 1st down. And there is a timeout by the 49ers. We are down to 1:56 to go, and the Colts have a 1st down at the 19-yard line. Now it's a chess game as the master versus Dick Nolan and his 49er defense as they try and stop the Colts and get the ball back one last time.
as we resume action.
Right now, the difference being that touchdown pass from Unitas to Perkins and the earlier Jimmy O'Brien field goal. See a couple Unitas jerseys up, a couple Bubble Paris jerseys up in the bleachers. That's kind of cool. The actual numbers from the players worn. Unitas in the shotgun, 1st and 10. There's the give on the draw to McCauley. He's going to pick up a couple, and another timeout called now by Dick Nolan and the 49ers. Well, the Cowboys repeated Super Bowls 1 and 2, which of course is why the Tom Landry Trophy will be given out to the winner. The Browns were unable to repeat after beating the Raiders in Super Bowl 3. The Browns came back and beat the Raiders in Super Bowl 4. Now the big question is, can the 49ers repeat? This is the 3rd time in 6 years we've had a chance for a repeat, as the NFL/NFC continues to send the same team back-to-back to the Super Bowl. The AFL has sent the Bills, the Oilers, the Raiders 3 times, and now the Colts to the Super Bowl. Only the Raiders have won so far in Super Bowl 4. Many people talk about how the NFC is still the more dominant conference. But John Unitas and the Colts are trying to change that today. 2nd and 8 from the 16. Unitas in the shotgun. He's going to give it to McCauley again. And McCauley is close to the 1st down, and the 49ers will use their last timeout. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1, which makes the next play real big. With 1:48 to go, if the 49ers can hold the Colts to a field goal attempt, they'll only be down 13-7, and then they could have a chance. Brody can go deep. He has not found Gene Washington all game today. Gene Washington, the Pro Bowl wide receiver. But the first thing they got to do is stop the Colts on this play. They need a stop. The Colts can take it down because there's no more timeouts. But the 49ers will get the ball back after a field goal attempt. However, if the Colts pick up the 1st down, pretty much over. Put the Colts in the history book as your Super Bowl 6 world champions. Here's the biggest play of the game right now from the 10-yard line. Unitas under center. Calls out the signal. There's the give to McCauley, and he is going to be hit in the backfield and stopped. Tommy Hart and big number 86, Cedric Hardman. Hart and Hardman on the tackle. Now, O'Brien needs to hit this field goal. If O'Brien hits the field goal, the 2nd-year man out of Cincinnati is going for a 27-yard field goal. It'll give the Colts a 6-point lead. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Colts now lead 13-7 with 1:04 to go. The 49ers will have no timeouts. Remember, neither did the Dallas Cowboys in Super Bowl 1. And Don Meredith was able to hit bullet Bob Hayes streaking down the field to beat the Buffalo Bills. Can lightning strike twice for the NFC? Can John Brody do the same? And this time is in the form of number 18, Gene Washington, the 2nd-year receiver out of Stanford. The Stanford Cardinal connection of Brody and Washington. Look to try to win this game. O'Brien needs to kick it off, kick it deep, and the Colts need to get down there and cover. Vic Washington and Bruce Taylor are back deep to receive this kick. There's the kick. It is going to be short, taken at the 5 for Washington. He is going to be tackled at 25. There is a minute to go, ladies and gentlemen, in Super Bowl 6. Vic Washington gets the ball to the 28. And John Brody. It's up to him or this Colt defense. Who is going to win the Super Bowl? We've had some dogs in the last few years in Super Bowls. After Super Bowl 1 was so good, now Super Bowl 6 is turning out to be one of the best. But the 49ers need to do what the Cowboys did to the Bills in Super Bowl 1, and that is hit a big play. They are 72 yards away from the end zone with a minute to go. Brody's going to be in the shotgun. He's got Vic Washington next to him. Here's the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. It is going to be incomplete. They were looking for Eisenberger. But number 47 of the Colts, Charlie Stooks, hits Eisenberger, gets to the ball at the same time as the ball gets to Eisenberger, and the pass was high. So now it's 2nd down and 10. 56 seconds to go. You pretty much know the Colts. There's a look at Rick Volk, who had the big sack on Brody earlier. You know the 49ers are going to the air. It's just a matter of getting the coverage. Brody looking to pass. He's got protection. He's hit at the last minute. The 49ers come up now in the no huddle. Get the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6. 49ers got to rush back. 40 seconds. Washington in the backfield with Brody. Brody back to pass. He's going to scramble, and he is going to be hit by Bubba Smith. Bubba Smith gets a sack, and it'll bring up 4th down and 14. This is it for the 49ers, the last chance. Big Bubba Smith on the sack. The big law enforcement of the Colts defense. Brody back to pass. 4th and 14. Smith pushing into his guy. Mike Curtis coming around. It is intercepted. It is intercepted by Tom Curtis. Biggest play of the Super Bowl made by little-known Tom Curtis, the nickelback. The first-year player out of Michigan picks off Brody. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be replayed forever. That is your Super Bowl game winner right there. The Baltimore Colts are going to be world champions for 1971. Unitas, just named Super Bowl MVP, brings the Colts out. He is 9 of 10 passing, 144 yards and a touchdown to Perkins. And all they need to do now is kneel on this and claim their 3rd world championship in the last 14 years. And their first Super Bowl Tom Landry trophy. Congratulations to the Baltimore Colts and John Unitas as they are going to get the Landry trophy. The confetti falling out of Tulane Stadium sky. The 49ers fail to repeat. Dick Nolan now consoling John Brody. The sun's still shining here in New Orleans, and they tackle each other. Colts celebrating in midfield. Don McCaffrey wins the Super Bowl. They said that he wasn't the right man to replace Don Shula. Well, Don Shula didn't win a Super Bowl. Don McCaffrey has. Your Baltimore Colts are world champions. There's a look at some of the highlights. Eddie Hinton, the big 3rd down completion in the 2nd quarter. There's the big pickup to Ray Perkins. Here's the touchdown run by Larry Schreiber. The only score for the 49ers. The first touchdown to Ray Perkins. The only touchdown for the Colts, sorry. Jimmy O'Brien hits 2 field goal. And look at Tom Curtis. He gets the... Oh, he's been named Super Bowl MVP. Well, I jumped the gun earlier saying that it was John Unitas. I forgot we were playing the actual Super Bowl. So Tom Curtis, little known Tom Curtis, is your Super Bowl MVP. He had a couple big tackles. Unitas with the Lombardi Trophy. Looks kind of like a caveman. Mike Curtis holding the trophy up now. Ray Perkins up there on the podium with Don McCaffrey. Unitas kissing the Tom Landry Trophy. And your Super Bowl 6 champions, the Baltimore Colts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once again for the alternate Super Bowl. On September 24th, we'll be bringing you Super Bowl 7 between the Dallas Cowboys, led by Craig Morton. Yes, Craig Morton ended up back starting in 72, against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Terry Bradshaw. 72 was a rough year for both the Cowboys and the Steelers when it came to quarterbacking, but Bradshaw and Morton will start Super Bowl 7 from the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida. It'll also be the first time the alternate Super Bowl comes to you on Madden 18. I imagine I'm going to continue using the actual Super Bowl stadium, even though it'll be Minnesota for the next 12 Super Bowls, just because you have that end of the game celebration there, and the computer actually picks the MVP. I jumped the gun saying it was Unitas. Personally, I think it should have been Unitas, but Tom Curtis was given the MVP, and you can't argue with the computer. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on September 24th.